Hello, welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're going to learn some important vocabulary, so let's get started. We're going to learn the difference between die, died, dead, and death. Let's take a closer look. First, let's look at the action. The verb is die. Example, my laptop will die if I don't keep it on the charger. It has a bad battery. So my laptop will die if I don't keep it on the charger. Let's practice. Will the laptop die if it's not on the charger? That's right, the laptop will die if it's not on the charger. So die is the verb in present and the verb in past is died. So example, I called you yesterday but you didn't answer. What happened? Did your cell phone die? And the answer is yes. My cell phone died. Past action, died. When I ask the question, did your cell phone die, I use did plus the present action. Did your cell phone die? And the answer is yes, my cell phone died. Let's practice. What happened? Did his cell phone die? That's right, his cell phone died. Now let's talk about dead. Dead is the adjective or the description. You need to use the verb to be. Am, is, are in the present, was and were in the past. I describe the cell phone with the adjective dead. The cell phone is dead right now. In the past, yesterday, the cell phone was dead. Pronunciation, dead. Use the short E sound. The sound, like head and bed, dead. Let's practice. What's wrong? Is the cell phone dead? That's right, the cell phone is dead. And in the past, was. Yesterday, his cell phone was dead. I tried to call him, but he didn't answer because his cell phone was dead. Let's practice. What happened? Was his cell phone dead yesterday? That's right, his cell phone was dead. Now let's talk about death. With death, we have the same vowel, the short E, the sound like head and bed, but the last sound is a TH. This is a voiceless TH. It's just air. So we start with a D with the tongue back behind the teeth. Death. And we finish with a soft TH sound like think and thank you. We finish with the sound. So start with the tongue behind your teeth. Death. Death. Death is a noun. It can be used as the event. Example, the death of the Queen. The death of the Queen was very sad. Let's practice. Was the death of the Queen very sad? That's right, the death of the Queen was very sad. And sometimes we use death after the preposition to. Example, freeze in the past, froze, he froze to death. It was very cold and he died from the cold, so we say he froze to death. The pronunciation of to is froze to death. We see with the question, the helper is did, so the action's in the present with the question. Did he freeze to death? And the answer, you used a past action, froze. Yes, he froze to death. Let's practice. What happened? Did he freeze to death? That's right, he froze to death. So remember the differences between these four words, die, died, dead, and death. They're all a little different. Today we're learning this word, deadbeat. It's not an adjective, it's a noun, so I have to use an article, a deadbeat. So what is a deadbeat? This is a deadbeat. A deadbeat is a person with a bad reputation, usually because they're lazy. I call him a deadbeat because he doesn't have a job. He doesn't really do anything. That's why he doesn't have any money. He doesn't have a job, he's lazy, I can say he's a deadbeat. So it doesn't mean he's dead, and he's not beating anybody, so the word doesn't really make sense, but that's what we call him, he's a deadbeat.
So what's a day or two to a deadbeat?
Jackie Treehorn wants to see the deadbeat Lebowski.
Same deadbeat stealing my water and power, I told.
Why did you have to tell her that deadbeat was testifying?
Sit. You're a deadbeat.
And he has an ex-wife and a child, and he doesn't give them any money. So we call him a deadbeat dad. This is a common term for fathers that don't take care of their children. They leave and they don't send any money. They're called deadbeat dads. So he's a deadbeat dad.
Yeah, I was like, hey mom, I'm gonna skip school to confront my deadbeat dad.
You know, he could be a deadbeat dad.
Deadbeat dad! Oh. Daddy didn't love me!
And I want you to know,
Moby is not going to be a deadbeat dad.
Let's practice. So he doesn't have a job and he doesn't have any money. Is he a deadbeat? That's right, he's a deadbeat. And he has an ex-wife and a child that he doesn't send money to. He doesn't take care of them. Is he a deadbeat dad? That's right, he's a deadbeat dad. He needs to get a job and start sending them money. But for now, he's not. He's a deadbeat dad. So remember, a deadbeat can be any person who is lazy and doesn't have a job. And a deadbeat dad, well, that's a father who does the same thing. Today we're learning this word, deadlocked. Pronunciation, deadlocked. Use the short S sound, like red and head, dead. And then locked. Use the short ah sound, like block and clock. Locked. The ED is pronounced with a pure T sound, locked. Together, deadlocked. It's an adjective. It's used to describe people who cannot come to a decision, who cannot come to an agreement. They cannot agree on something, so we say they're deadlocked. They are, contraction, they're deadlocked. Example, in court, you have 12 people that need to make a decision. These 12 people are called the jury. The jury needs to make a decision. They need to decide if the person is guilty or innocent. And sometimes 6 of them think the person is innocent, and the other 6 think the person is guilty, and they cannot come to an agreement. So we say they're deadlocked. Or if I say the jury, I can say the jury is deadlocked. Let's hear some examples.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I have to report that we're hopelessly deadlocked.
The jury is deadlocked. I declare a mistrial.
Let's practice. So, in this jury, we have 6 people who think the person is innocent, and the other 6 people think the person is guilty. So, they cannot come to a decision. They're deadlocked. The jury is deadlocked. Can they come to a decision? That's right, they can't come to a decision. Can they come to an agreement? That's right, they can't come to an agreement. Are they deadlocked? That's right, they're deadlocked. Is the jury deadlocked? That's right, the jury is deadlocked. They'll have to have a retrial. They'll have to do the trial all over again. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time.